Deputy Minister in the Presidency officially launched the consultative process for the National Youth Policy. The primary purpose of the National Youth Policy drafting process is to ensure that we have a place for youth development programs that respond to the challenges faced by the youth. The aim of this policy is shaping young people to be active and productive citizens. Well, to share more information on the policy is the Deputy Minister in the Presidency, and that's Buti Manamela. So nice to see you. Welcome to Morning Live.
Same here. Good morning.
Thank you. Good. Yeah. Good morning to you too. All right, now let's talk about this high rate of unemployment. Take us through some of the major challenges that are faced by South Africa's youth, unemployment being obviously one of the top problems.
Look, I mean, of course, generally unemployment in our country is huge, but I think the effect is more on young people between the ages of 18 and 25, and you know, the situation even gets worse, you know, for young people between the ages of 25 and 35, and we think that you know, it is not about only about some of the things that have been mentioned, you know, skills shortage or anything of the sort. It's also because our economy has not been able to create jobs, and we think that we need a different approach. Now, the National Youth Policy, which is about a set of interventions that various government departments needs to be looking at or has been looking at, and how we integrate those into one set of policy. Looks into how do we resolve the unemployment crisis. We've got to, go back to the Youth Employment Accord, which we think contained very progressive, sets of interventions. We have to review the implementation of the employment incentive. We have to engage into this drive to get government departments, state-owned enterprises, and also, the private sector to get young people as internships, into internships so that they get on-the-job learning. But in the overall, we think that a youth entrepreneurship drive will be, one of the big interventions that we'll have to enter. We need young businessmen. Yeah. We need young businessmen who will be innovative. I think one of the sad case in some of the business instances is, someone matriculates or gets their grade 12 and then think, a better life lies in filling tender documents and all of that. It doesn't work in that way. We need young people who have ideas, who will invest and grow this economy, who will also, create jobs for other young people. So that is what is also at the core of, the National Youth Policy 2020.
What is the biggest focus in the next few years? I mean, where are you're focusing your attention? Obviously, you can't deal with everything at once, but that main priority?
4 areas, actually. As I said, entrepreneurship, employment creation, and thirdly, education and skills. But we think also that we have to focus on changing the attitudes of, young people. Yes. Our view is that a lot of young people, don't need handouts. All they need is a hand up. It's to open up opportunities for, from government, and they'll be able to seize those opportunities. But I think one of the things that we look at the previous National Youth Policy regime was that there was, yes, emphasis on social behavior, conduct, and all of that. But we're saying in this National Youth Policy that, yes, government should do certain things, but we need to, go the extra mile as young people. Some of the saddest cases is when young people compete about the brand of alcohol they drink, the brand of clothes that they wear. Yeah. Some of them go and ban those clothes, as part of the competition, go on a drinking binge. The Department of Transport says many of the people who are involved in road accidents over the festive season were young people with Koza singing in the background, some of them, smelling alcohol and all. So those are some of the things that we have to change. We, have to change the dependency mentality. We have to build independent young people in order for us to take our country forward.
Responsible, independent young people that have the best of their country, for their country at heart, because this is going to be left in their hands, and they need to understand that.
Yeah.
And what is important is that, yes, you can put all these development plans in place, but you need them on board. Are they on board? How are these consultative processes going to work?
Look, I mean, we started with engaging with most of the political youth formations, NGOs, and all of that, that led to this draft, the current draft that we have. We are going to go back to all of those organizations, but we're going to go to all the provinces, all the regions. We're going to be having town hall meetings. We're going into churches. We're going into each and every space where young people are, but we're also going to be engaging them on social media, on Facebook, Twitter, and I think the idea is that it has to address the needs, interests, and aspirations of young people. They have to say that this are what we want to see in a youth policy for the next 5 years. If, you'd recall, the president, has placed youth development over the next 5 years in his office, and because youth issues, are a priority, not only in terms of unemployment, but also in terms of education, in terms of, social cohesion, and building a better future. And placing that in his office means that we'll have to do oversight of the entirety of government in terms of what they do, with regards to youth development, and also jack up, what the NYDA is doing, and all other role players. But I think at the end of the day, it is about how do we get young people involved, and our appeal would be for them to get involved, do something, in order to, churn out that youthful energy.
Indeed, there's so much and no more that government can do. You need to do it for yourself sometimes. Buti Manamela, Deputy Minister in the Presidency, thank you very much for talking to us, and good luck with this youth program.
Thank you so much.
All right, let's quickly go straight into the